So after having a baby at the height of the pandemic, leading to a NICU baby, then to having another NICU baby with a very rare heart condition, this led me to feel as if every motherly intuition that I had in my body was completely gone. I believed that I did not know how to be these children's mother. I believed that the experts knew best. And when I was thinking about it the other day, honestly, this is something that I've had in my mind for a while, but I realized I was brainwashed. I was brainwashed into believing that I could not make a right or a good decision for my children without consulting one of the experts, whether that be, on Google or the pediatrician or the heart doctor or the sleep expert or the parenting expert. The homeschool expert, the schooling expert, whatever it may be, there's an expert out there for everything, feeding expert, oh my gosh, everything, right? And I thought I had to consult with all these people. I thought I had to look up all the information, have all the information at my fingertips to make the best decisions for my child. And what I didn't realize is that I was born with it. I was born with this innate ability to mother and care for my child. If I just could let go of all the noise, if I could just push it out and I could just go deep within my body, if I could just go deep within my soul and listen, I would figure out the answer pretty quickly. I would know, I would trust that gut feeling. I would even know what it is. If you are listening to this and you're like, I have not felt my gut feeling in a very long time, I want you to know this was me. And I am by no means like 100% like in the, I just make decisions based off my intuition, but I'm pretty much there. And this took me about a year from the point when I realized it when I was in therapy. I'll never forget telling my counselor that I didn't know what decision to make for like the 100th time with my heart baby. Like, I don't know which doctor to go to. I don't know which procedure. And the thing is with my second daughter, what I started realizing was that I actually had to make decisions as the parent, even though the experts were giving me advice or telling me, like, here's some things you could do. But ultimately, I had to make the final say. And that was really scary because this is her life we're talking about, right? Like, this is her existence, and like, I don't want to mess this up. And so I remember having this conversation with her about a certain procedure that we were talking about having for my daughter, and she looks at me and she said, whatever you choose, I want you to go deep in your body and know that that feeling, you're going to see it, you're going to feel it, you're going to know it. And when you choose from that space, no matter what happens, you know that you came from a place of intuition. You came from a place of knowing and honesty and authenticity. And so here I am a year later, and I truly want moms to know that you can trust your intuition in this age of information overload. You don't have to take the advice from every single person here on the internet as you're sitting here listening to me, right? But I hope that this video is one that you come back to as just a word of encouragement that you don't have to be the mother that knows all. And it is okay, by the way, to look things up. I still do. But rather than looking up every possible every possible solution for, like, say, getting your baby to go to sleep. That was me. I looked up every possible way that we could get her to go to sleep. And I tried like most of them probably, right? But imagine if I just went inside my body and I just said, what feels right? What would help my baby to go to sleep? And thinking, I mean, both emotionally and logically here, right? Looking back, I think I would have had a much clearer picture of which direction I would want to look in for sleep things. I mean, I went from everything. I was pendulum swinging from, sleep training all the way to a very holistic, route to co-sleeping. And so I really did this big swing because I wanted all the information. And what I ended up finding out through going through coaching and coaching other parents is most parents are this way too. That's actually why they end up coming into coaching with me, because they're feeling so overwhelmed and they just want to feel confident. They just want to know that how they are parenting and what they are doing is right, really. And my job is not to tell a parent, this is how you parent your child. You know that best. Okay, you know what'll work for your child. My job is only to give you the tools and help you to see the other avenues, to help you see and enlighten yourself to the bigger picture. I like to think of it like I am on the outside of the snow globe, looking into your snow globe, which is your world. And as the snow is falling down, you're having a really hard time seeing around and seeing everything that's going on, but I can still see everything above the snow globe because the snow is so far apart. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a little messy, but I can see it all and I can help you to understand what is going on. So anyway, all of that to say, I think that my observation was that all parents right now are feeling this information overload, which is making them fear and worry that they are not making the right decisions for their child. They're second guessing, they're questioning. And imagine if you could go into a decision just trusting innately in your body, not what was taught to you, not what you think could be right, like listening deep within, really knowing yourself that well to be able to do that. Imagine making decisions from that point. I guarantee you that you're going to feel confident. I guarantee you that you're going to make a decision that's going to be really helpful for your child, or at least in the right direction for your child, right? It's going to help you to find the resources and the tools to get you to the place that you want to be with your child, because that first step is really helping you to listen, right? And so an example of this would be going back to sleep. Let's say I'm going really deep within my intuition. My intuition is telling me I don't want to hear my baby scream at night. That just, for my body, that does not feel good. To no mother does that feel good, right? I may say to no mother. I haven't had a mom yet tell me that she enjoys listening to her baby cry. As our motherly intuition, that is one thing that we really struggle with. So imagine if I went deep within and I said, no, that I do not want to do any kind of crying method. I don't want to do the whole, crying without me thing, especially. Imagine if I took that and then I wiped cry it out off the table. That would open up this whole holistic world that I could start looking into. And then maybe I say, I still don't even feel comfortable with just crying, period. Maybe the baby's young enough where I'm just like, I don't want to do any kind of crying. They're so little, they're under a year old. They don't need to cry to go to sleep. I want to just rock and nurture and all of that. Maybe that's where you land. Maybe you're like, okay, this is what I'm doing for a little bit. Or maybe that just leads you to, okay, how do I safely co-sleep? Let me look into this. Let me look into this co-sleeping world. I never thought I would be here. I never thought I would co-sleep, but let me look at how to do this safely. Let me see if this is something that my intuition is telling me. And so, I am by no means telling you what way to go with that, but that was kind of my experience, because my body, my children really struggled with sleep. I could not figure out what was right for them. And now that I have a 2 and a 4-year-old, I feel like I've had so much experience in understanding and realizing that it's my nervous system that was causing so many issues. If I could just go back, if I could change that one part about our story, that's what I would have done. I would have worked on myself before trying to constantly fix them. I see my kiddos over here. So anyway, I hope that this video was helpful. I hope, if anything, that it was an encouragement to you. And I hope that it helped you to feel better as a mom, to know that you can trust yourself as a mother. You are a good mom and you have that motherly intuition in there. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions, blowing bubbles in juice. If you have any funny stories to tell, any of the above, please comment that below. And as always, happy parenting.